So my name is Maura Devlin-Clancy, and I'm here to tell you about our project TechSpot. And the goal of TechSpot is to provide hands-on experience to underrepresented students in the CNIT department at City College. I'd like to introduce my co-PI, Tamika. Carmen's going on a well-deserved sabbatical starting, I think, probably tomorrow at some point. And then starting the last day of the fall semester. And then I'll also introduce you to some of the students who you'll hear from in a little bit. This is Roger Kiel, Maylene Nazari, and Tamika Jones. They were all students on the TechSpot project last year, and you're going to hear about some of the things they're doing. And then there's other students in the room who are part of the new cohort who will be starting in January. So we're very excited to have everyone here. I'll also introduce Grace Esteban, who is here in an official capacity. She works in the President's office at City College, and she is a former CNIT intern who now, who works for the administration at City College, and we're just so proud of her. She is part of the group of interns who worked in our department before it was formalized in this project. So we're so lucky to have all these great students and get to watch them go on to do amazing things. So I'll just start by telling you a little bit about our department. We're the CNIT department, Computer Networking and Information Technology. In our department, students can earn an AS degree in CNIT. We've had an AS degree available since 2008. And students can earn this AS degree with, in a number of different options: computer technical support, web development techniques, and also cybersecurity, Cisco, Microsoft, and wireless. The students who participate in TechSpot primarily come out of computer technical support or web development, but they can come out of any of these programs. We also offer a number of certificates that align with our AS degree: computer technical support, fundamentals of technical support, web development, and other things. And the programs that are underlined in red here are ones that we've done significant work updating in the last semester or two, so that they are, reflective of the current state of those different areas, and we're pretty proud of those. We've done quite a lot of work on those in the last little while. If you want to find out more about our department, this is our website. Grace, you're still up there. Did you know that? Yeah. This is the CNIT website, tcsf.edu/CNIT, and you can read more about the specifics of each of those programs.
8 years ago.
8 years ago, yeah. Wow, time goes, doesn't it?
I'm only 12 now.
That's right. She was a child when she came to us. So we have all these programs: AS degrees, certificates. We even have courses that lead to preparation for industry certification. But what we found was that getting our students ready to get careers and jobs took more than just the coursework. We found that students benefited in particular from internships, and some students even a pre-internship. Before they would be ready to be competitive for an internship in industry, they needed to get some kind of experience somewhere else to even be competitive at that level. They needed hands-on experience with up-to-date equipment, opportunities to learn and develop soft skills, communication skills, teamwork, presentation, feedback. Very important. How do you give it? How do you get it in a way that is helpful and enables you to be more productive? That experience working on a team, very important. Mentoring, getting feedback and support and guidance from an instructor, and also career guidance. And all of these things are so important, but for a program that offers certificates and degrees, that wasn't just naturally part of what we were doing. We know that internships are particularly important. We have done work on other grants, including the NSF-funded Cal Women Tech. And the results of this grant showed that underrepresented students in particular who got hands-on experience with internships, we saw our retention numbers go way, way up in those areas. We also saw that by giving students internships, they were able to produce something of value, and you're going to hear from Roger, this idea of actually creating or setting up something that other students are using and seeing it used is really very powerful. They have more access to role models, mentors, and professional peers, and the positive influence of these internships was just so important that we couldn't let it go. They're important, but they're very hard to find, and in our area, they're very competitive. Any internship that has IT or web or support in the title were, so hard to come by. Limited, competitive, and then all of our students, each and every student, we wanted to help them find an internship, but not everyone comes in with the same level of readiness. Can you function in a corporate environment? Do you have all the skills in addition to the technical piece to be able to be successful there? And additionally, we are hearing from our students that sometimes these internships could be alienating. They would come into an internship, get hired into an internship, and not feel like they belonged and were not prepared to succeed. So we, under Carmen's leadership, when the CNIT department was formed, we originally had a large CIS department that broke off into a CNIT and a CS department. We're now sister departments, the two separate departments. Informally began to create our own internships, and that was the program that Grace came out of. And students told us and reported back to us that these internships that we were offering in our department, they felt safer, it was a more accessible experience for them, gave them opportunities for feedback. So, were they doing things that we could let them know could be done differently so that when they get out into industry, they would have a better chance of success. Mentoring, access to faculty, access to industry mentors, and of course, retention, doing better in their classes, finishing programs, finishing certificates. Students that participate in this succeed, as we know, and I'll tell you a little bit about some of what we're doing here. So this is one of our computer classroom labs, and you can see Roger, Jose Maura, who was a student who benefited from the DREAM Act, and now he's gone on to transfer to San Francisco State. And then another student, Oliver Jr., who, this is them doing hands-on work setting up our MacBook. And you can see that they have, this is just, one of our classrooms that we ad hoc set up as a computer lab, and they're getting the hands-on support configuring these for the first time. And then on the next slide, this is a picture of Carmen meeting with our students, giving feedback, talking about what works, talking about issues that come up on the team, modeling how to give feedback and how to receive feedback in a way that's constructive, in a way that benefits the team as opposed to making hard feelings within a team. Next slide. Mentoring, so working together with faculty and senior students to ask questions and give advice. Just a side note, this is Sean Dolan, another member of one of the earlier CNIT students. He now goes to UC Berkeley. He won a Jack Kent Cook scholarship, a full scholarship to go to Berkeley. So we really do see students succeed when they're part of this cohort and working together and completing their academic goals. Internships help retention. Here's Tamika helping get the MacBook set up. Students working together in teams. These are two students who are working on a video project for TechSpot last year. And again, showing the teamwork. They look like they're having fun. And so anyway, so what I want to tell you about is TechSpot 2.0. It's the name that we have given to our project, and we do have a National Science Foundation grant for this. And our goal is to give, as many students as we can. We would like to give each and every student this opportunity, but a cohort of students, hands-on experience to prepare for internships, entry-level jobs, or even entrepreneurship. A lot of our students report success using these skills within the community, providing technical support within their community. So, folks find success with this in a number of different ways. Okay, so I'd like to actually take you through the goals of this. And Roger, did you help me make sure everybody got a brochure? A few folks came in. Did everybody get it? Yeah. Did everyone get one of these? Okay. So, these are the published goals of our grant, and I'm just going to talk to you about the highlights here. Our main goal was and has been to actually establish a technical support center on campus to provide, in doing so, provide internships for our underrepresented students. And underrepresented, we're talking about underrepresented in IT. So that's how we define that. We use social media to disseminate and coordinate the activities of the project. We use free online tools and resources to run the operations of the center. We want to come up with strategies to sustain this, including competitive service fees and industry certification and testing services, and of course meeting industry needs for diversity. I just want to mention this one. If you were following the news during the summer, there was a lot of pressure by Jesse Jackson in particular to get the tech industry to release diversity numbers because, quite frankly, in IT, the diversity numbers are quite terrible. 70% of the employees at Google, Twitter, Yahoo, and those kind of companies are male, and 80 to 90% of them are white or Asian. So, this has been called a civil rights issue, and these jobs that are in our local communities, talking to Sandy Jones, and she says, look at local government. Every area of local government, child services, health, all have IT departments. And these are jobs that our students should be ready for. So it mattered to us that our students were prepared and competitive for these jobs. And that's why a big part of why this grant is functioning. Can you go back, Grace, just one? Okay, our main goal has been to actually establish this technical support center. A la something like, and if you go to the next slide, something like Best Buy, right? Best Buys, or one of these places where you can, pick from a menu of services and have repairs done on your computer. Our department currently has a model for this. We have a hands-on computer lab where faculty and students can bring their computers in and have students work on them. We found this particularly challenging to establish a center and be able to offer this menu of services on the day of opening. So we are we're in the process of, if you wouldn't mind going to the next slide, we're in the process of changing that approach slightly. Two challenges came up. Actually being prepared to support that kind of menu of services. And also, at City College now, it's very difficult to do anything innovative since the focus is on other business right now. So what we're going to be proposing is a pop-up technical support center. So instead of having a physical location that has hours, the students are going to approach a technical issue every month, and then we'll have a schedule of things that we do during the weeks of that month. So, for example, we might pick the technical issue of installing and upgrading the operating system. The first week, the team will identify the issue and research it. The next week, we'll test and practice assemble the tools, figure out what our resources are. The next week we'll document, present to each other, practice and demonstrate, and then week 4 we'll pop up, and then we'll open up and actually take clients and get the experience performing that hands-on technical support issue. The surprise is, we think, and we haven't started the semester yet, the surprise is we think that this will actually be a better approach because it'll give the students these additional soft skills, and it will also give them the skills needed to learn how to actually research, and the background piece of it where you learn how to actually come up with the answers to the technical support problems. So we're very excited about this, and next year we'll let you know how it goes because we haven't actually started yet. Okay, so the last piece I want to mention is our use of social media for dissemination and coordination. And we use, if you wouldn't mind just going through the slides, we have a website at techspot.ccsf.edu that we, that was developed by one of our web design students. And so you can visit that and follow us there. You can also, if you have a mobile device, we have a mobile version of the website. So you can, little responsive design in action there, so you'll be able to view it on a mobile device as well. We use Facebook, and we will be, updating this during the course of the semester with pictures of the team and current events. So if you'd like to follow us on Facebook, you can check us out there. And we also are on Twitter. So, exploring the different way these tools can help us get the word out about the services that we're offering and the successes and the challenges that the team are facing. We're in the process of that too. On the back of the brochure that we've given you, you'll find our pathway. So the students come into our program from a number of different paths. One of them is an informal bridge program that we have with the Southeast campus at City College. So a number of our students attend the local campus within their communities, and then starting there, they can bridge into our into the program at the main campus. We also accept students from our general CCSF student population. Students start with our CNIT 103 computer hardware course and our computer technical support course. And based on the skills that they learn there, then with the with the work that they do on TechSpot, then they're really sort of prepared for that. So students also might come in during the second semester from Europe. CNIT has worked with Europe, the community-based organization. We offered our certificate in fundamentals of technical support there for 5 years. So a lot of the students who have earned that are now coming through and working on their AS degree. So we do see students come in through that pipeline as well. From there, students go on to earn either an AS degree or a certificate. They may go on to get ready to do industry certification, A+, or any of the vendor-specific certifications. We are implementing a career guidance element this semester with a dedicated CNIT faculty to do some advising and also give some networking, LinkedIn advice, that kind of thing. And then we hope, to get students ready either for entry-level positions, maybe an internship, maybe entrepreneurial interest in their own communities. Here it is bigger. And you can go on to the next one, and bigger again. So that's our path, and it really is important that we help students stay on that path, that they know what their academic goals are, and that we help them through this process to achieve that. So what I'd like to do now is actually introduce, we have about a half an hour, so we have lots of time, introduce our students and let them tell you about their experiences on this project. Could you go to the first one, please? So I'll start with Tamika Jones. Tamika, we met Tamika. She was actually a student at Carmen's, and Tamika was working in industry, and she came to the CNIT department to update her skills, and you know, we see this quite a lot. Students who work in the industry come to us. They want to update, you know, what their knowledge is, get some refresher courses and that kind of thing. And I think, you know, she can tell you about this. She really saw the value of having an AS degree and advancing in her field. She graduated with honors, has transferred to San Francisco State, and was accepted to the City College Faculty Diversity Training Program, and is now teaching for us part-time. So if you could advance to the next slide, and I'll let Tamika tell you a little bit about her experiences in the TechSpot and CNIT programs. You want to come up? Okay.
Like Maura said, my name is Tamika, and several years ago I was a student at Carmen's, and I benefited greatly from the CIS program, as it was named at that time, and I was able to get jobs within the industry. I worked for PG&E for 5 years, and I also worked in technical support positions in a variety of different companies. My last position was as a contractor with Genentech, and over the course of my IT career, I pretty much had positions where I didn't feel I gained a lot from those positions, but in order to go further within that career path, I felt like I needed to enhance my skill set. So I returned to City College, and Carmen was there to greet me, and she pulled me back into the program with open arms, and you know, offered me an internship. So I was an intern for CNIT for 2 years, and when TechSpot came around, it was a perfect opportunity that allowed me to get those experiences, those hands-on training that I was looking for, that I wasn't getting in the jobs that I had because I was help desk support. So there's only, you know, there's only so much you can do as help desk support. You're on the phone, you're walking clients through different situations. I was able to use remote support to interact with the customers, but I wanted to like get hands-on. I wanted to, you know, install hardware, install software, and through TechSpot and CNIT, I was given those opportunities to set up systems, to install OSs and configure applications, and to set systems up for the network. So it was, you know, everything that I was looking for. Also, being a part of TechSpot, it really gave me that behind-the-scenes view of what it is to actually put in place a technical support center. So instead of just being on the other end where, you know, providing the service, actually being involved in building the support service that is going to be effective and efficient in providing the type of needs that clients are looking for and are, you know, desperate to receive. And, you know, it's also, TechSpot and CNIT has also been, you know, great for me because, like I said, Carmen was there when I walked in, and it wasn't just Carmen, Maura, and another instructor. And all of the teachers within CNIT, they're very supportive, and they provide excellent guidance. And with their encouragement and support, and, you know, a little bit of pushing, I said catapult, yes. I was catapulted into all types of experience, things that I would have never, like, chosen for myself, actually. But, you know, things that I didn't think I was, you know, qualified for or had enough confidence to go for it. They, you know, guided me into those paths. So I was able to get a position through the Faculty Diversity Program, which enabled me to shadow a teacher for a semester, and then I also taught a class for a semester. So, you know, I didn't envision myself as a teacher, at least not at this stage in my life. I wanted to finish up my education, but it's been a great opportunity. I've really been embraced within the program, and through that I've been able to really enhance my leadership skills and take that confidence to the next level, and I've been hired on as a part-time faculty. So it's, and I finished my first semester last semester, and I'm going on to teach again starting this Monday for the spring semester. So I think, you know, having a program like TechSpot as well as the visionaries within CNIT has been a really motivating and encouraging component of my life. And you know, this is what students that come through any program should, you know, be able to hold on to, so that they're building those skills within the classroom as well as developing you know, experience as well as confidence to go on into industry and, you know, be successful. Thank you.
You know, so one thing Tamika sort of alluded to, and I would encourage you, because it's something that I learned from Carmen, is when you see a student, you just grab them, hold on to them, and you know, you help them in whatever way you can. So it's really important, that kind of aggressive recruiting that you do, and that's how you get great people like Tamika. Okay, so I'll introduce you to the next student, Roger Kiel. You want to come up, Roger? Roger also has earned his AS degree in CNIT. He has certificates in computer technical support and in Windows networking. He graduated with honors and a 4.0 GPA from City College and is currently pursuing his bachelor's degree at San Francisco State. He will continue with TechSpot as a consultant. He is our FAFSA expert and scholarship-winning expert. So he's going to be a great resource for the students. And he has, you know, had some great networking opportunities. He's shown here from the JSPEC conference last year with Michael Poindexter from Sacramento City College and Jonathan Lightman. So he's, you know, he is a great example as someone who really, you know, has made great connections through this experience, and I'll let him tell you about his experience. And
hello, I am really excited to be here this evening. I get to share some of my success with you. I had a life-changing experience when I enrolled at City College. I needed to do something. I needed to change the direction of my life, and I decided to go to college to do that. And I'm just a little older than a lot of the students, and I didn't know how well it would be, you know, how it would go for me. But what I did was I decided to study something that I really liked. I'm kind of like the go-to guy in my family in terms of tech support and computer sciences and everything like that. And now it's worse. Now that I have this degree, I can't go anywhere. Everywhere I go, I get a computer, I get a laptop in my face, and you know, hi, I love you. No, can you fix this? But I have had the most wonderful experience in terms of success and the way I see myself and the way it's changed my life and the purpose of my life. The quality of my life has changed. The way I see myself has changed. You know, I was always told that I was smart, but I guess I didn't really believe it. But now I believe it, you know, and I graduated with honors. I'm the first in my family to do that. And now I go to San Francisco State, and this is my second semester. And my fortune, well, I think that one of the best things I did was I chose CNIT. And it was a wonderful experience, and I can remember a very significant well, I have so many significant moments, but one of the most significant moments was when I had a really difficult class. It was a CNIT 106, which is really difficult. And
Introduction to Networking.
Yeah, Introduction to Networking. And I worked so hard because I wanted to do really well. And I wanted to shock my professor because he was really difficult. And I did. And he introduced me to this National Science Foundation scholarship. And so I wanted to apply, and I dare ask him for a letter of recommendation. And he agreed. He was excited, and we needed to have it on letterhead. So he walked me into the CNIT office, which I had never been, I had never seen, and I met Carmen. And Carmen was like, Professor Lehman said, you got to meet this guy. He's really smart. He's aced all my tests and everything. And I was like, really? And
she told him how to write the letter. He wrote the letter. He printed the letter for my National Science Foundation scholarship. I won the scholarship, which was like $10,000. And then I was invited to be an intern, a TA for Carmen. And it changed my life because I had never been, and then first of all, I had gotten straight A's in school and, in college, and I liked what I was doing. And I got invited to participate in this incredible experience to be an intern. And the internship was such an amazing experience because I got a chance to be part of a team with other, a team with other brains, and together collectively we were like brilliant as a team. And so I got the chance to learn what teamwork was really about. And I got a chance to learn, like all of us can be sensitive sometimes when you get criticism. But I learned what feedback was all about, positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever, because negative feedback is really positive feedback. Because when you get it and you apply what you've been told or what you've been advised and you change it, then it's really good because it changes you forever, And so that has, now the way I interpret feedback, the way I receive it, the way I give it is totally different now, and I've applied it. And then making the choice to make CNIT my major was an excellent decision because I transferred to San Francisco State. I graduated, but the wonderful thing was, the most remarkable thing was that all the courses that I took in CNIT transferred. And because I got A's in most of my CNIT, or almost all my CNIT classes, it boosted my GPA and got me into state. And so I'm there now, and City College prepared me for San Francisco State, and I'm there now, and I feel like I belong there. I feel like I earned the right to be there, and I'm working really hard. It's not as hard as I thought it would be. I was terrified this last semester, it's my first semester, but now I've already taken my class for the next semester, and I'm so ready for the next semester. But I can tell you that being with TechSpot and my internship there, it's been amazing because there are lots of projects that we get that deal with supporting the CNIT department, the department as a whole, which is big because we have an IT department, but we get to function similar to the IT department. And a couple of the projects that I work on that I'm so proud of, we got the CNIT, they write grants and they get equipment like nobody's business, And so we got new equipment for actually 3 labs, 1 Max and 2 computer labs, which are heavily used in the department. And so we got new equipment as a team, the CNIT team. We learned how to clone those new computers. We opened up all the boxes and we unlocked them and we installed them and we made them all work, and we were just like, as a team, we were like, yes. And then, but we did it at the end of the semester. So the next semester came, and I remember the day, because I walked past that class every day, and I saw the class full of students, and they were using the computers that we installed. And I was like, wow, this is big, this is big. I did that, And so my confidence is like way up here, because after that experience, you kind of feel like you could do anything, And so like the limits were kind of lifted, the boundaries were removed, and so now I have this, I can do it, where is it? Let's get her done, and type mentality. And so that's what TechSpot has done for me. And and also the partnership with CCSF and the partnerships. It's an amazing experience, and I feel so lucky to be standing here. I've been to conferences, never done that before. I'm speaking, I'm not shaking, at least not visibly. But thank you very much.
And now we're waiting for Rob to finish his bachelor's degree because we want him to be the next new teacher in
What is the major at? You mentioned CNIT and SACO. What is the major?
Technical and professional writing. Technical and professional writing with ICT as a minor.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, and I have one
I
more.
don't know if that we're the lucky ones to have that, right? He thinks he's the lucky one.
And I have one more student to introduce you to. This is Maylee. And Maylee has come up and tell you a story.
Hi, my name is Nellie. I'm a current CNIT student, and I'm majoring in, of course, CNIT, and I have completed wireless certificate, and I'm working on my web development certificate. So through the CNIT program, I've learned basically to do coding, that is HTML5, designing web pages, and CSS3. And the last semester, I just finished up with my JavaScript course. So, and also during those classes, I learned doing a project that helped us to do responsive websites, like in how to do the code in mobile, and then a tablet, and then a computer. So through that, I learned a lot from those CNIT courses I've taken. And also, I'm in the TechSpot team, and last year, we were told to go to a Apple conference. So, and then I didn't know that they were going to tell us to do a presentation after that. So I was like, oh my gosh, I can't do this. So I was pretty nervous. I did went up there and do the presentation. But then this semester, no, last semester, before 2014, so we went to Sacramento to do a presentation on what I've learned on web development program. So I was showing them my project I work in class. So I was confident and stand up there in front of a lot of people and present what I've learned from in those classes I've taken. So what benefits me from the CNIT and the TechSpot is building that confidence to standing in front of you guys right now, and also to present what I've learned from each of the classes I've taken. That's it.
So I will tell you that, you know, the first time Nellie presented, she maybe said her work was beautiful. She'd done an online presentation using Google Drive and embedded video, beautiful. She said maybe 5 words. We couldn't hear her whispering, 5 whispering words. So this just, it comes from practice and, like Carmen said, her hard work and determination, and she just kept coming back and doing things that we asked her, and we're just so proud. We're just so proud of all of them.